all about what we can do to help you. So today we have Nick. He's one of the partners of BlueDoor Advisory. So he's going to talk to us about what he's doing, and we'll see how we can help him out. Are you ready, Nick?
I believe I am.
Okay.
Let's see, share screen. And where am I there? And
we can see. Yep, you're good.
All right, let's one other thing here. So well, again, thanks for having me in this morning. I wanted to spend a little bit of time to go through my what I put together. I have been an independent, I guess, consultant for a little bit about over 11 years. It's mostly been in business development, helping small companies increase revenue and improve customer satisfaction. Beginning of the year, I felt like I was at a point where I had done that long enough. I wanted to do something else a little more challenging, and I looked back, kind of inventoried my skills, what I was really good at. And one thing that I have been successful in my career is helping companies and organizations, or is account management. That's really what it boils down to. So I did a lot of research, about 2 months worth of research, to look at all the different factors that went into key account strategies, what makes people successful, what things they need to do, where they need to focus. So I've come up with a process that I want to go over today to talk to you a little bit about it, and be glad to answer any questions afterwards. So, you know, the big thing that's changed over the course of the years, and you guys are right in the middle of it, and that's the internet. You know, years ago, you didn't have the internet. There wasn't businesses prolific. You know, if you've got a computer and access to the internet, you've got the opportunity to build a business. So we're all connected. We're all doing things together. All the information is at your fingertips. So sometimes when you get in touch with a customer or prospect these days, you're getting in touch with them through what they have already maybe done some research on you, your organization, or what they're interested in, and they may know more than you do at the point. So, you know, you have the challenge of ubiquitous information is just everywhere, and people now don't have the time. I mean, customers don't have time to go around and listen to every vendor that's out there. You probably know that if you're doing prospecting, it's hard to get through it to get to new clients. So, you know, the whole world has changed. So if you take a look over the years of what's happened, I know earlier on in my career, you were really beginning and starting the sales cycle, the process with a customer prospect. You were actually doing the education. There was no internet. There wasn't an easy way to get information. And, you know, it was all about the product. You know, that's all you focused on. You were with the person then. You kind of developed a relationship with them, but you were really focused on selling. Then we kind of evolved as technology improved and now became more products and services because customers were looking for more. And then in the, you know, the 90s, we see that increasingly even more. People are starting now to focus on the customer. What is it they want? What do they want to try to achieve? And today it's all relationship centric. You know, if you don't have a relationship with someone or some organization, you really don't do business with them. You might have an occasional opportunity, but in the long term, you know, it's almost like the kiss of death, you know, develop that relationship with the customer and really in depth. So as you take a look at, you know, who are the winners and who may fall behind, if you take a look at the various metrics, those companies who implement a successful key account strategy see results in increased revenue and improved customer satisfaction. You know, take a look at all these key indicators, and it clearly points to those who really develop a key account strategy and really focus on what I call the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers. If you don't focus almost 20% in some deep way that you can, that really develops that relationship and the key understanding of their business and what you do, how that impacts their business, then you're going to fall behind because there's other people out there that are doing it. So, some examples of this. This is the SAMA Excellence Awards. It's an organization called the Strategic Account Management Association. Every year they give out awards to companies who've developed key account strategies. ABI SPL is an audiovisual organization. They've really sat down and looked at their entire process of getting in touch with their customers and have the ability to monetize everything they do to show them there is value in working with us and clearly articulate that to the customer. But again, it's a process. They had to sit there and do it. Johnson Controls is another one where they developed a key account management strategy that's been going on for a number of years, and they've seen double-digit year after year growth. So these are some true indicators of companies that really focus on key accounts and do an excellent job in understanding their customers, what their needs are, and more importantly, how your products and services affect that organization. So, of those companies that have implemented strategic account strategies, what's the common denominator? What do they have in common? So you have to look. Customers are really looking for more from their business relationships. However, if you're successful in developing an effective key account plan, your customers will consider you a partner in helping their business grow. The relationship will improve with time as you continue to help them solve problems, bring new innovative ideas, and personalized attention. So this is really truly what customers are looking for from their organizations. Kind of like the happily ever after days. If you can kind of figure out how to crack these nuts here, you can really see some good success. More importantly, your customer will thrive and grow. Now, when you really choose a key account or strategic account strategy, it's important to develop an overall plan of action with clear goals in mind. In order to do that effectively, there needs to be an executive commitment and a clear executable process that builds habits to deepen customer relationships in order to drive added revenue. So what I've put together is a series of offerings that I have available that helps organizations look and learn skills, behaviors, and processes that will help them achieve what they're trying to do for their key customers. Each step goes towards helping our clients develop processes and skills and behaviors that will result in increased sales and improved margins. So again, this is a result of my own experience, what I've seen in my career, because I've been doing this over 35 years, and as I tell people, I've made a lot more mistakes than you have. So there's traps out there, there's indicators that say, if you go down this path and don't pay attention to your customer in this particular area, you really won't be as successful as you can. So these are kind of the components I put together that I believe if they go through all these over a period of time and make it repetitive, just like a golf swing, you got to swing 27 times before it becomes muscle memory. You have to do the same thing with this kind of development because, as you well know, you guys have been in training, and a lot of times you'll forget it as soon as you walk out the door, or you'll kind of throw it to the wayside a week, 2 weeks, a month later. So it has to be repetitive. It has to be something that you use every day. So with that in mind, I'll kind of open it up to any questions you might have and be glad to answer any of those for you.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that.
Yep.
You're at
That's my story. And I'm sticking to it.
2 minutes over, but let's open it up to the group. Does everybody clearly get exactly what he means by key accounts?
Well, I was going to ask actually, what is your 10-second elevator pitch when you tell people this? I get what you're doing after watching the slides, but what's your short little